Good morning and welcome. This will be a flow class, spring flow class, first one of the year. If you do have blocks for this practice, it's nice, pardon me, to raise the earth, especially when we're in a lot of rotations, which is a feature Ayurvedically of spring practice, this kind of sense of release, of wringing out, of letting go, more metaphorically than anything else. But the rotations do support peristalsis, this body's natural ability to eliminate. So this shedding, freeing up, and starting fresh, just like springtime. But yes, blocks, if you have them. I've got these eggs here. It'll be very much forward and back on the mat today. So nothing too crazy. No circular sequence today. So let's come to our backs. Just to heavy the body, allow the shoulders to drop. Hands to splay open as you breathe here. Back line heavy, but the breath light. Let it energize your being. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Some exhale through the mouth. Release. Ha. And then take those arms overhead. Long body stretch, fingertips to toes as you give them a little wiggle. And then stretch the right side of the body long, and then the left side, open across the ribs. And then pause and take that right knee and hug it in, ascending colon, while you roll the ankle. Still warming here. Reverse directions of the ankle. And then take that knee, line it up with the hip. Palms can be up or down. You decide. Maybe arms out to the side or closer to the midline. From here, engage the core. This will be slight, but bring that right knee over across the body just a little. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it across a little. Exhale, bring it back and even open it out to the side. And close. Across the body. Open. And close. And do what you will here with the breath. It may have changed to an inhale on the open and an exhale as you cross. So a few more like this. More time, open, cross. You might just stay here. If you're open enough, that left hand will come across the body as you kind of bend that right foot closer in toward midline and bring the legs over to the left. Doesn't have to be very far. It's early in the practice. And return to the spine and allow this right knee to open up to the side as you allow that left leg to heavy, the outer right thigh to come down to the earth. Maybe not, might be lifted. That block could also come underneath that right thigh and the earth. And take your hands to heart center in a supine tree. So it's like this on your back. Interlace those fingers and take the arms overhead and unleash them. Circle the arms round, interlace the other way, send them toward the sky and overhead. And again, release the hands and circle one more time, 2 more times. Keep switching the crossing of the thumbs. And then circle those arms round, bring the knee toward the sky, hug it in again. Another time, bring it in line with the hip and allow the leg to come over to the left. And then return again to the spine and extend that right leg to the sky, flex through the ankle. And then point the toes and flex. And release the foot, inhale. Exhale to curl up the leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale to curl. And here you could have that other foot planted, the knee bent if you'd like, heavy the leg. One more time, lift. And lower, hug the knee in one final time. Extend the leg long, arms overhead. Hug both knees in as you curl through the torso arm circle. Lengthen the legs. You could even touch the toes down, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale to curl everything in. Transverse colon. Reach and curl. Knees stay level as you extend to any degree and hug. Work a lot with the abdomen, right? Releasing here. 2 more. Last one, extend and hug, lower the head, rock it side to side. Shake the jaw. Blah, blah, blah. And then from here, extend that right leg long, hug left knee in, rotate the ankle. And reverse. Again, leg lines up with the hip. Arms can be where you will, so they're nice and heavy to bring the left thigh across part way and then open, cross, and open. As we did on the other side, maybe you start with a smaller range of motion before you start to open up. This is core work here. It's subtle, but it's core. Hips are heavy, natural curves. Last one, bring that leg over. And maybe you do come over fully into the supine rotation, or if you're not ready, you just kind of hover here. You can even use the hand to support the inner leg. Or inhale here. And exhale to return to the spine. Hug that knee in. And then from here, that left sole of foot will come to the inseam of the right leg as you open the knee out to the side for tree pose. Hands at heart center as you heavy the back line. Interlace the fingers. Inhale as arms come overhead. Exhale to make a circle with the arms. Interlace opposite way you reach. And circle. 2 more. Last one, reach a little further. Arms, circle. Knee turns toward the sky, hug it in. And then reach that leg up to the sky. Flex through the foot, point and flex a few times. Then pause the foot. You can point it if you wish. Do whatever you want with the toes flexed or pointed, or that point is just basically the toes are flexed. Kind of like that. Inhale. Exhale to come up the leg or slide up the leg and lower. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. So a few like this. 2 more. Last one, reach up the leg. Lower, bend the knee, hug it in. Cross it again over toward the right. And return immediately to the spine. We'll add on a little bit here. So this left leg can stay where it is. You can line it up again with the hip. Take the hands behind the head, inhale. Exhale to curl right elbow toward left knee. Inhale to lower fully. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lower. So it's a little softer than, let's say, a leg switch with the rotation. Could also have that other foot planted. 2 more. Really getting into the core for our flow today. Last one. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, lower, lengthen the legs, reach overhead. That right leg will come back in. Line up the knee with the hip, hands behind the head, heavy the skull, open the elbows wide. Inhale. Exhale, that left elbow will come toward the right knee. Lower and lift. A little more ease filled here. We do a full release the bottom, very short, and then curl. If you like this, don't forget, like I did, to flex the opposite foot. Heavy the leg, or the sole foot might be planted. A few more. And the flow of your breath is ringing out. 2 more. Last one, and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale to lower, lengthen everything out. From here, you could bend the knees. Circle those arms around so you can come onto the forearms and lift yourself up. Lift through the heart, puff out the chest, and exhale, let it sink. Inhale, puff. Exhale, sink. Inhale, puff, and then come on to the hands and let the legs drape to the right and the left. And adjust the fingers as you need. You might feel the desire to turn them out. Let's pause for a moment with the legs to the right. Sit up tall, rotate right. Might face the back of your mat here or toward the back of your mat. And then plant that left hand, sweep the legs to the left, and rotate that direction. Again, we'll go to the other side. One more time to the left. Let's plant those feet only to adjust through the bottom to lengthen out the legs. From here, extend the arms directly from the shoulder. And you might have the legs, kind of depends. Think today, not feeling very open. I'm going to take my legs about mat distance apart, extend through the arms, and then rotate to the right and come back to center. Rotate left, come back to center. And the feet are flexed here. The hips are heavy as you go from side to side. Just a few more. We'll do one more each side. Last one to the left. Reach those arms out. You might widen the legs and fold forward. Roll up through the spine as you press the hands into the earth, long through the crown, and allow yourself to round. Hands to slide forward again. Hands slide in, roll up, lengthen, and slide back down. One more time, hands slide in, spine long, and then hands plant behind the body as you plant the soles of feet to walk yourself forward to the short edge of your mat. And dangle in a forward fold here. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows and sway. Hands to shins halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees and sit into chair. We'll add rotations to it a little bit later. And then stand up nice and tall. Sweep the arms up. Fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and step back with that left foot. Lower the back knee, lift through the chest, low lunge. And then from here, hands frame the front foot as you lift, perhaps, if you wish, the back knee. From here, rotate toward the right. That same arm might extend. And let's do an elephant trunk here. Slide that right hand underneath the right leg. It'll feel a little awkward. And then reach it tall or long. And rotate. And open. One more. Lengthen that arm. And then frame the front foot, lower the back knee again, reach for the sky, hands can come together. And hands then frame the front foot as you step forward to the front of your mat, hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, and bend the knees, sink into chair. And come to rise. Arms by your sides, bend the knees slightly, only to sweep the arms up again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. And fold, step back with the right leg. Lower that shin. Hands can come together as you lift through the torso into this low lunge. Hands again, plant either side of the foot. Lift the toes of the back leg and rotate open toward the left this time. And then thread that left hand underneath the same leg. And open. And thread. And open. More like this. Last one. Reach those fingertips. And then frame the front foot only so you can lower the back knee, hands together, rise through the torso. And again, frame the front foot, step forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, rich bend in the knees, sweep the arms up. Come tall. Arms at your sides. Arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly as you rotate right. Come back to center, arms reach high, and rotate toward the left. Again, center, right, center, left. Move around on each side. Last one. Arms reach. And sink into your chair with your hands at heart center. From like, are we ready? From here, step back with that left foot. High lunge, you could always lower the back knee if you'd like. One long line, hopefully from the heel to the crown of the hat. Lengthen through the spine. Take that left arm, upper arm, and hook it onto the right thigh. Rotate right here. Palms can stay together, or maybe you lengthen the arms. And plant the hands on either side of the foot and step back into your plank. Come forward slightly with the body. Bend the elbows. Here you could lower the knees. Come in your version of Sphinx or Cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take that right leg, lift it high into the sky, and then pull it through to meet the hands. Left hand is planted as we again rotate toward the right. Hands frame the front foot as we step forward. From here, sink into chair. And hands again will come to the heart center. Hook that left elbow onto the right thigh again. And bring it back to center and stand tall. Sweep the arms up. Bend at the knees, sit into chair. Hook that right upper arm onto the left thigh. Slide or step that right leg back. Open up the arms as you wish. And hands will come to frame the front foot as you step back into a plank. Come forward slightly with the body and take your version of chaturanga, your version of the up dog, and your version of the down dog. Left leg sweeps up. Pull it through to meet the hands. Ground through that right hand. Rotate left. Hands frame the front foot as you step forward. From here, reach those arms by the sides of the ears. In chair, only then to bring them to heart center and rotate this time toward the left. Come back through center, arms reach. And pause in our mountain. Ooh. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale to pour yourself forward. Step back into a plank. And then rotate, or it's not rotate. Let's let the side of the right foot come onto the earth. So we can come into a side plank. Left side of the body is to the sky. You might also have this bottom knee down. So we'll stay for a moment. Inhale. Exhale to thread. Left hand underneath the right armpit. And reach. And thread. So you can do this with the knee down. Two more. Last one, rotate. Arm reaches. Step forward with that left foot. So that's kind of in line, I would say close to the hips here. With the hips a little bit higher. More inhale. As you exhale, stack those legs again. See if you can plant that left hand, turn this into a regular plank. And let's hop or step forward into a wide squat. Arms come up by the sides of the ears, perhaps. And press yourself up to star. Hop or step those feet back together. Arms reach overhead. And then forward fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. And exhale to fold. Let's step back with both feet into plank. And turns the left side of the foot is down, right side of the body is up. Inhale here. Remember your options, knee could be down. Thread, right hand underneath left arm, and reach it tall. And thread, and reach. A few more. Last one, rotate. Arm reaches. Take that right leg, bring it forward. High hips. Stack the legs once more. Turn this into a plank. And this time, lower down into your chaturanga. Your version of up dog. And your version of the down dog. Let's take that right leg up into the sky. Pull it through to meet the hands. Drape the shin. This is where if you'd like pigeon, you can take it. Or maybe you'd like more of a deer variation, where the shins and the knees could be in alignment or anywhere inside that angle. So find your hips and just explore a lean here, forward and back. How does that feel? In the hip, in the glute. can sit up tall and rotate toward that lead knee just a little. See how that feels. Come back forward again. And find your edge. Be a little bit deeper here. Into the hips. Spring is a great season for getting into the hips, at least in, I know that we're not practicing yin right now, but in yin, liver meridian line. So we'd engage a little more in sleeping swan or a deer and pigeon, things like that. More inhale. Exhale to come up through the spine. Pause for a moment. Maybe nod the head. And then plant the hands so you can sweep that left leg back behind you again. Tuck the toes. Lift through the hips. Descend that right leg high. We stack them to the right. Balance weight through the hands. And then line up the hip and the knee and pull that right leg through. We'll again rotate one more time toward the right. And then hands will come to the inseam of this lead leg. We'll drop the back knee. I'll show you from this angle. And for this variation today, you could keep the foot planted if it just doesn't feel good, or open up through the knee. And then we'll add a rotation. That right hand will come to the thigh, the right thigh, and we can rotate a little bit here. More inhale and exhale to plant that foot and place the hands side by each once more. Lift the back knee and then step back into a plank. From here, pike the hips, send them high. That left leg will reach for the sky. Bend the knee, pull it through and drape the shin for pigeon on this side. So here's our pigeon, right? Long back leg in line with the hip socket, or like I did on the other side, bend that back leg. Doesn't matter so much what it looks like, it's what it feels like, the target area being that glute and IT band of the left leg. The knees hurting, come out of pigeon and engage in deer, or if you're tight today. And here, again, rock a little bit. Maybe you come tall, rotate toward the left just a little. We come in and out, see what that's like. Body comes forward and lower to any degree. If you're not already there and you're pigeon. I quite enjoy deer though. Some people though, they feel nothing. It depends on your body. But it can be nice to explore that pose instead of immediately jumping to pigeon. More wide breath into the sides of the ribs. And sigh it out as you start to walk those hands in front of you. Take that back leg long if it's not already there to come onto the toes. Lift the hips as you suction cup that left leg in. Send it high into the sky. And pull that left knee through between the hands. From here again, can lower that back knee. You can also keep it lifted. Blade that left foot. Rotate your torso toward the leg. Hand can be on the leg, that left hand. More inhale and exhale to come back to center, and step back into that plank. Let's come into a forearm plank now. And from here, allow the right side of the foot to come down, left side of the body to be lifted, side plank from here. Again, that rotation, left hand threads. Reach it high. Thread it. Lift it. Last one. Reach. And then set that left forearm down, parallel to the short edge of your mat. As you rotate to the other side, right arm reaches. Thread the hand. Lengthen. Thread. One more. Lengthen that arm. And then come into the regular forearm plank and lower onto your belly. Bend both knees. Clasp the ankles, or maybe you just reach for them. And if you can, the shins or ankles press into the hands press back and lift into a bow. And lower back down. Lift as you inhale. And lower, exhale. It's a few little lifts and lowers. If it feels good, or you could be rocking on the belly. Massage for the belly. Two more. Last one, lift. And let go of the legs. Stretch the arms out. Rest here. You could stay here for your Savasana. Or roll onto your back, onto your side. If there's any other poses that call to you, please take them. If on the belly, feel the breath lift you up. As that belly balloons. Anywhere from 10 to 20 more breaths. Take a final inhale. Sigh it out. If you're on your back, you might pull those knees in slowly toward the chest for a nice hug. If you're on your belly, slide the hands in. Press yourself back into a child's pose. Breathe a little deeper wherever you are. Inhale and exhale to, if you're in child's, to roll up through the spine. If you're on your back, maybe to come onto your side. And then to a seated pose. You can roll the shoulders once you're in a seated pose of your choice. It doesn't have to be on the shins. It could be with the knees, or sorry, the knees, the shins crossed. Reverse directions. Reach those arms up. Rotate to your left. Pause. Play with the neck if it serves. Still the head, arms reach overhead as the torso turns back toward the screen, and opposite way. Rotation here, and perhaps a little head movement. Pause the head, arms reach up back into center. And maybe you end with a fold here, either legs crossed or not. It's easier with them when you're sitting on your shins, but it can be done still. Your head is less likely to come down with the legs crossed. But here we can bow. Maybe the forehead does come down. Maybe it comes to a block. Thank to Mother Earth for this practice. Thank you to each other. And thank you to ourselves. Roll up through the spine. Rub the hands together. And just feel a sensation there between the palms. And then take the hands apart. See if there's anything to notice there, any sensation or lack of sensation. And the palms can slowly come back together. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sadhana.